May 2024 for each of the 12 signs. I'm Lada from AstroLada.com, and this May is such a joy compared to April. All planets are moving direct, so things will go more according to plans. There is a powerful first activation of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. So finally, what I promised you of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction will start unfolding from you with the new moon in Taurus. This abundance, opportunities that will support you for the next 14 years. You see the first signs of it materially from May. Then we have the Jupiter-Venus conjunction and the Jupiter-Sun conjunction. This month is just beauty. It smells of champagne and caviar and sweet-sounding melody and nymphs dancing naked. this has this Taurian lushness and beauty of Jupiter-Venus sign and abundance and camaraderie. So it's and then we have Jupiter entering a new sign. I'm gonna cover each of the 12 signs, how Jupiter will affect you for the next 12 months. And of course, we have Mars being reborn. I'm not gonna give it off, but it is exciting. Okay, I really love this month. But before we start, I have created a short tutorial for an hour and a half, just $9.99 for each of the 12 signs, whoever is interested in it, to how each of the 12 signs, their first and second marriages, and how their life changes after marriage. For example, Aries and Libra, their financial situation is intimately connected with their partnership. So it really changes for the better or worse, usually for the better. Pisces, for example, they can have property much more easily after they get married. Or do you know that Scorpios are more likely, and Taurus are more likely to have hidden relationships, and we're talking ascendants here mostly, and moon, or to marry foreigners or someone from a different religion. Or Aquarians have a pattern of marrying someone from a different country as well. And I'll explain to you, it's fascinating. You know that the second marriage of some signs is much better, naturally inclination, than the second marriage is much better than the first. For other signs, the first marriage would be better than the second one, just because you're born under a certain ascendant. Anyway, thank you so much. Check it out. It's fantastic. It's really enjoyable. It's just $9.99 on the description below. And now let's begin. Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, May 2024. Gemini, are you feeling it? The big one is coming into your sign. Slowly, slowly. If you've been feeling in a hole, Jupiter will enter your sign and will renew your life force, will renew your energy, will renew your self-confidence, will make you become alive again. But that's happening at the end of the month. So let's start from the beginning. I just wanted to give you a teaser and excite you. Because when Jupiter transited my sign, my healing started. Because I've had for 3-4 years, a lot of health issues. And then Jupiter, started this beautiful process. So I'll tell you what it can. It's not just health. It can be on many levels. But let's start from the beginning of the month. Mars is being born in your 11th house. Mars was invisible for the last 6-7 months. We couldn't see it in the sky, but it's finally coming out. And I think on early sunrise, it will start becoming visible. And the first time it becomes visible shows what task Mars gives us task we'll have for the next year and a half till Mars is visible. The birth of Mars was a huge event in ancient astrology. They never looked at planets retrograde. They looked at planets, when does it become visible? This is what you have to deal with for the next year and a half. It becomes visible in your 11th house, Gemini, at the beginning of April in most places of the world. Maybe later on in some other places, not April, May, but sometime in May, the birth of the god of war in your 11th house. What can it mean? Okay, so on the negative side, it can mean that there might be some conflicts with friends, like-minded people, colleagues, those, it's a social house, other people, competition, but it's born in your sign, you're gonna win. If there is some kind of a fight there, you're going to win, or you might become a leader. You might have some mission or a call for the next year and a half, almost two, to lead some kind of a group. to take a leading position in some kind of might be business environment, or might be some humanistic group or group of mutual interest, or to organize some groups of social activities yourself. Mars is the leader. How are you going to lead with groups of people? Maybe you might become inspirational leader figure for larger groups of people. Maybe you might become very initiative to reach more people if you have your own business. Clientele, this is the 11th house again, which where you spread knowledge, but you also, it's a very marketing house because it rules the media, how you can connect with as many people as possible, and you can become extremely initiative there. Mars there being born says, oh, I'll give you the passion, the motivation, the pursuing powers to go after others. I mean, you might persecute others on some level if you're an asshole, or you might use it to contribute something to society, to create something together, to it's very competitive position, Mars in the 11th. Doesn't always get along with others unless it's on top and he's the leader. But you might be asked to especially the 11th house is some big projects. It might be a big goals and dreams of yours that you become very initiative into. And for a couple of years ahead, you'll put a lot of energy into that. And that is triggered from May. You might find yourself that things start moving fast, or new things are born into some project you're doing, or some new project is born, or some new goal and dream of yours appears that you start pursuing with passion. 11th house is the house of social recognition. You might be pursuing and actively going and receiving social approval, or social, some kind of recognitions, titles, honors. The 11th house, the house of gains. Mars can push you to become more proactive towards pursuing gains. If it's your business, that will be the gains of your business. And maybe through some marketing campaign, maybe through some, and it can help you become viral faster because Mars is a fast-moving planet. But of course, in the process, you can piss some people off. It is, after all, Mars. And it's a very ambitious position. You can climb up in society, which is a social house. You can climb up in gains, but you don't do it because, oh, it comes to you, go it like, ooh, you become ambitious. I'm gonna have more gains. I'm gonna have more followers. I'm gonna go after my goals and dreams, and I'm gonna run over everyone who is resisting me or blocking me. Mars in Aries. I just I ate the 11th house is hopes, wish, and dreams. What are your biggest hopes, wish, and dreams? Well, now Mars helps you mobilize your energies in that direction. All right, that's about Mars in the 11th house. Just be aware of the, how you can be kind of also more combative in those areas, so you don't step on other people's toes. Or you might become very altruistic about some goal, because Mars is in Aries is a noble warrior. It wants a cause that helps the whole humanity, society, those around them, which is the 11th house. On another note, we have a huge conjunction happening in your 12th house. It's the last few days of Jupiter in your 12th house, the last 25 days till the 25th of May. And during that time, Jupiter joins the Sun, Jupiter joins Venus. So a lot of good stuff can come from this 12th house. And by the way, first, the new moon on the 8th of May activates the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that happened on the 20th of April, which I spoke about, that can give abundance for the next 14 years. It doesn't happen in a night, because many people said, oh, 20th passed, nothing happened. Yeah, astrology doesn't work. No, you have 14 years. Every time there's Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that happened in your 12th house, particularly, every time a new moon, full moon happens on those degrees, or a planet transits like Venus and the Sun now, and the new moon will be there, activation. So the first time this abundant Jupiter-Uranus conjunction of good luck, growth, opportunities will happen is now in May, with the full moon in May on the 8th, and after that with Jupiter-Venus conjunction very close to it, Jupiter-Uranus conjunction very close to the new to the Jupiter, to the conjunction that happened. So what do you expect? Something from faraway lands, places, opportunities to go abroad, maybe a holiday, or maybe opportunity to make more money abroad or in a faraway place or in some spiritual 12th house, some spiritual or healing or artistic field. What happened? Some spiritual artistic healing field. It can be the start of some healing for you on a spiritual level that happens. It will be the start of so much abundance you can experience, but because it's the 12th house, this abundance is kind of a soul abundance, very rich in a life, maybe very rich psychic experiences, maybe unlocking of psychic abilities or past life memories, which is the 12th house, maybe unlocking of some hidden talents is the 12th house, something hidden that you had from past lifetimes you are not aware of, and they can become a source of abundance for, it's a 14-year cycle for the next 14 years. So the first activation this May, the first few activations this May. So watch out for something coming to you from really like you are not aware of it. Like it's surprising, it's blindsided you, but it's a good thing. Maybe some support from someone, maybe messages from the angels or 12 houses there, your guardian angels, maybe messages in your dreams that are trying to help you release baggage and open yourself for those spiritual riches. Maybe some incredible artistic ideas that start coming, or idea about foreign places or something spiritual, something healing. Or if you're in any career that is connected to hospital, jails, prisons, 12 house things, or working in the industry like cruise ships or on islands somewhere industries, which is again 12 house, which is far away places, isolated. If you're spiritual fields, artistic, musical fields, that can be such a powerful activation for you guys now. For the more normal people, it's maybe more increased intuition, more increased hidden pleasures. Maybe, Jupiter Venus conjunction in the 12th house, something beautiful can come to you in your dreams or from a psychic, if you have a psychic reading. I mean, use this time. I've had always the most correct readings. I've had 3 such correct readings in my life when Jupiter was in my 12th house. And now with Venus activating it, good karma, you can find an amazing astrologer, an amazing psychic that channels you information or whatever, or healing. 12th house is the house of psychology, working through your psychological issues, problems, with such beautiful planets there. New moons, Venus, Jupiter, Sun. They can be a resolution to a long-standing problem. 12th house, the house of letting go, releasing. You can be freed from something that's been heavy on you, because this is the last time Jupiter is in your 12th house. Freed from something for 12 years. The last time for 12 years, Jupiter will be in your 12th house. So freed from some burden, liberated from some bad habit, liberated from something that made you feel like a prisoner to something. So they might be letting go. Well, on another level, 12th house is expensive. Jupiter, Venus, Sun. Well, if you're spending more, it might be on actually good things, So that's definitely a period to around the 20th. You might spend a bit more than normal, but it might be maybe on a wonderful trip or journey abroad, or something that is very escapism as well. 12th house is addictions, wine, drinking, marijuana, whatever you. I would advise you not to do it, because Venus and Jupiter, they give you the green light. Do whatever you want in this 12th house. Escape however you want, but if you try the high vibrational ways, like nature, like holiday abroad, or like meditation, you're gonna have incredible results, very healing results. If you try the normal ways with substances, you have great time, guaranteed, but they might not lead to some spiritual healing and some incredible manifestation. Plus, you can use this time to really imagine. 12th house is the house of the imagination, daydreaming. You have a very powerful manifesting ability now. Seed what you want to happen when Jupiter enters into your first house, which is manifestation. Now while Jupiter is in your 12th house with Venus, with the Sun, just spend 10 minutes per day imagining what do you want a year from now. Of course, not to be in space, but something more achievable, but something that's beautiful, that whatever you need, not just need, but want more than just need. And that can be really powerful now with this 12th house activation to connect to the 12 houses, all the 99% we don't see, where everything that is not manifested is there. And the 1% is all the other houses where it's everything manifested. So now you are in the unmanifested soup, and you can really connect with this unmanifested soup and seed those ideas for you. And as I said, you have incredible psychic intuition connection now, maybe in your dreams and so on. And also it can be something to do with foreign countries, foreign lovers, hidden affairs, pleasures, escapist pleasures, 12 houses, hotels, experiences with hotels, but they're all pleasurable. They're all pleasurable. I don't know if lovers or hotels or holidays or exotic holidays, they all get the green light, and it can be a great source of growth and enjoyment for you. Or just 12 house activities like music, art, you can heal a lot through that. Depends what age you are and what you're into. Now, the big event that we want to talk about is Jupiter entering your sign. It hasn't been there since 2012. Go back 2012, maybe around that time, maybe a bit earlier, a bit into 2013. Did anything good happen? Look back, but keep in mind it's not going to be the same, because now the rest of the planets are in very different place. But Jupiter is entering your sign for 12 months from the 25th of May. The planet of opportunity, the planet of growth. If it's your sun there, you can have an incredible growth in your business, in your career. Just like when Jupiter transited my sun, I started my AstroLada. Till before that, I also had the business 2 years before that. But I was, maybe having 1, 2, 3 reading per month. And suddenly Jupiter is on my sun. I didn't plan it like that, but I started the new brand. And overnight, 20 readings per day, 20 readings, abundance. Like, whoa, it can grow. Whatever you start, when Jupiter enters your sign, and I'm not saying you're going to start it on the 25th of May. You have 12 months. I'm just giving you the insight what to expect. Whatever you start, it can grow a lot. If it's your sun, it can have to do with your health. It can be renewal of your life force and energy. It can be renewal of your joyful life, because Jupiter is meaning, joy, purpose. It's healing energy. It's raising your vibration. For me, last year, Jupiter transited my sun. I'm like, nothing, no new business. No, it's like, what's happening? But on that day exactly of the conjunction, I met someone who started sending me scalar light healing. And from that day on, my health has been, and especially my mental state, because this scalar light has hormones for happiness and so on. It's been such a day and night, because 5 years before that, my health started going down after forced vaccination. And I started being sick all the time, low energy, depression, stomach issues. And ever since the Jupiter conjunct on my sun, my health started improving. So for some of you, it can be vitality, improved health, improved zest for life. For others, might be new ideas, new inspirations for the future, new opportunities. Jupiter brings educational opportunities as well. Jupiter brings opportunities, and Jupiter can bring your relationships, because it rules the 7th house, and career opportunities, because it rules the 10th house, or career opportunity through a partnership over the next 1 year, or meeting even a partner that is good karma partner for you and raises your status as well. Jupiter over your moon, again, improves health, especially female health, reproductive system, makes you more fertile. Of course, you can put on weight with Jupiter over Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Jupiter expands everything, but it's because the physical is expanding, is reflecting on the spiritual, which is your mind is expanding. You're seeing that more things are possible. You just notice from the end of May that your vibration and mood improves, whether it's your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, that you start becoming more positive, you start becoming more lucky, you start being willing to take risks and believing in yourself. When you start believing more in yourself, you align, and your intuition is very strong again with Jupiter, and you align very good professional, relational opportunities. If it's your moon, again, it's relationships, because your ability to connect with others, they can improve. If it's your moon in Gemini, your relationships with others, with mother, with family, it can be about lucky relocation over the next 1 year. If it's your ascendant, definitely it can be relationships, because Jupiter rules your seventh house. So career opportunity, it can be new chapter in your life, new inspiration, something new that you begin that will go well, so travel opportunities, learning. So I'm just telling you, enjoy this high vibe. Try and take advantage of it, of new ideas come over the next 1 year. Try to start doing the first steps on them, because you can be really blessed. And I'm not saying it's going to be without challenges, but Jupiter passes your sign just once in 12 months, and at least it will expand your mind to see what more is possible. Once you believe that more is possible, you can manifest. So thank you so much, Gemini. And if you want to check out my video on the tutorial, just $9.99, on all the 12 signs and relationships, especially Gemini, where I speak about how actually Gemini's status can really increase after they form partnerships, personal or business, or after marriage. Their social state can change and so on, and even speak about what the second marriage can be for you. It's very in-depth and very interesting information you won't hear anywhere else, so check it out. If you want to know more about specifics about Gemini sun, or especially moon or rising in Gemini and their relationships.